Hey, yo. How you good?
It's the last month or something, right? September. Hurricane season. Yeah. Oh, hurricane season?
Yep. Yeah, we live. We start with new time.
All right, Con. So, we out here week in and week out, all right, to prophesy the downfall of America, which is Babylon the Great. All right, so before we get started, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash. We want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, so yeah, we the Hebrew Israelites, we come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. All right, to tell you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you're the true Israelites according to the Holy Bible. Okay, the people that are in that land, Israel today, are imposters. Okay, they're known as Edomites. Okay, specifically from the tribe of Amalek. All right, and what? They put a proverb and a byword. Matter of fact, yeah, get a they take traffic counsel. Yeah, give me Psalms 83rd chapter. And then Psalm 64 also. Okay. What these nations did to hide their identity, all right, was what? They put proverbs and bywords on you. Okay, so instead of an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, they referred to you as a so-called African American. First it was a colored, Negro, African American, and now you're just black. And you ask somebody their nationality, they're going to say I'm black. That goes to show the confusion that confused state that our people are in now, man. Okay, bring it on.
The Psalm chapter 86, verse 1. Psalm chapter 83, verse 1. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head."
Yeah, so we have enemies, number one. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans be walking around here trying to make peace and love with everybody, but what you have to understand, before you can understand who you are, you have to understand who your enemies are, man. Okay? And understand that you have enemies, and that you gotta proceed accordingly, man. Because this whole being nice and being and trying to hold hands with all the other nations is another reason for your downfall, man. Okay? Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
All right, so all these other nations have taken crafty counsel, all right, with each other, and the topic of discussion is, what are we going to do about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? How can we conspire to keep you all asleep, to keep your heritage away from you, man? Because as long as you're separated from your power, then they're in power, okay? And that's what this devil wants to do. That's what you do when you're in power. You look to keep yourself in power, all right? All the while, you have to keep your Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in the dark, all right? Go ahead.
They have said, "Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance."
All right, now people know the name Israel. All right, you got people over there in the land, as I said beginning, that you have certain people out there that live in that land. All right, so the name Israel is out there. People know about Israel. People know about the Israelites. But what they think that they're so-called white people. That's the crafty counsel that this devil put out there. He made himself look to be the people of the Most High, when it's really you Jakes, man. When I say Jakes, I'm talking about Jacob, which is whose name was changed to Israel, all right, and fathered the 12 tribes of Israel, man. You're the true Israelites, okay? And that fits the prophecy. Those Amaleks over there, those Amalekites, all right, they don't fit the prophecy, okay? Because it was written in Jeremiah the 17th chapter, the 4th verse, that thou shalt discontinue your inheritance, man. So in the Bible, all right, who are the people that are walking around not referring to themselves to a nationality? They're walking around calling themselves black people, Spanish people, Native American Indians, okay, Dominicans, and Puerto Ricans. The word Puerto Rico, when you break it down, Porto means port, all right, and Rico, Puerto Rico Rico means rich port, okay? Because what Christopher Columbus and the conquistadors, all right, used Puerto Rico as a staging area to trade slaves and gold. So it made a lot of money, man. Hence the term Puerto Rico, man. But really, your true nationality, your true biblical name is Ephraim, okay? Ephraim means Iparium in the Hebrew, which means I am fruitful, okay?
Reset.
Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 35. It says, to wit, that he should send an army against them to destroy and root out the strength of Israel and the remnant of Jerusalem, and to take away their memorial from that place. See that? And I was talking about Antiochus, man, who was what, an Edomite. So that goes with the, with the scripture. They have perpetual hatred, man. Okay, which means everlasting. Okay, so even in the time of the Greeks and the Romans, they wanted to do the same thing, man. They wanted to root out us from knowing our nationality and knowing our heritage, man. So I'll read that again. It says, to wit, that he should send an army against them to destroy and root out the strength of Israel. See the roots, man. He wanted to dig up all the roots so that we have no trace to our nationality, man, who we truly are. So that we won't come together as one. Right? In the remnant of Jerusalem, and to take away their memorial from that place. And that's why a so-called Puerto Rican thinks his homeland is Puerto Rico. They might live in New York, New Yorican, and they may think that their homeland is Puerto Rico, man. Or a so-called Native American thinks this is his homeland. He has no idea that he actually goes back to the land of Israel, man. So guess what? They've been wanting to do that for the longest, and they finally got it done.
And also jump down to 38.
It says, and that he should place strangers in all their quarters and divide their land by lot. And you see, he's done that. Verse 38.
48.
All right, so jump it down to verse 48. It says, and lay open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Yeah, and that's another key conspiracy, all right, behind why our people are worshiping the so-called white man as their savior, okay? Because what? After we were conquered, the heathen sought to take the pictures of the likeness of our images. All right, you read about all the men of the Lord. You read about Samson. You read about Joshua, Moses, Paul, all the disciples, Yahawashi. All right, they were dark-skinned people. But after the so-called white man whitewashed all the images, everybody starts looking like this character down here, which is Cesare Borgia, all right, a so-called white man, and they got you people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's the spirit that we brought up Ephraim, because Ephraim, representing the Northern Kingdom, okay, the head of all the Northern Kingdom, you swear by this image right here, man, and that's another key factor towards your downfall and demise, man,
Yeah, say something too. Another thing, I was watching, that's the spirit, because I was watching a YouTube video where this guy, he went, to the land where Sodom and Gomorrah is at. And, I'm trying to post the video. It was a nice video. And he was basically letting it be known, like, why is America parading homosexuality when this place is a memorial? And it's written at in Jews, as an example to any other king that shall live ungodly, man, in that like manner, man. And the point is, I want to say, because these Edomites, they go research these places, they go research the Bible, and they go to these places where the Bible tells them to go, certain locations at, right? They're only doing it, and they get real deep into it and dedicate their life to it, because in their head, they think that their people are God's people. If I'm saying it right, these Edomites, they get into the Bible, but they don't understand the true doctrine of the Bible. But they can go into the scriptures and tell you, okay, who was this and who was that. Right. They know the story of this and the story of that. But in their minds, they believe that that's their people. And our reality is us. Because I don't think they will do so much digging if they realize that it's our people. It's the so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, the 12 tribes of Israel. If y'all understood that, I wouldn't think y'all will really dedicate your life to the Bible when researching it. You know?
Yeah, a lot of these Edomites, I don't even think a lot of these Edomites would even go to church like that if they knew the true image of the Lord, man. You know, really, the reason they go together and go to all these churches, whatever, is because there's an image of a so-called white man that they can identify with. Now, if they went to a church and there was a big, a dark-skinned man with white woolly hair and red eyes and a big girdle, you know, like a wrestling belt, you know, they wouldn't go to that church no more, man. You know, that's the true image of the Lord right here. A depiction of what's described in the scriptures, man.
This is what's described in the scriptures. And if this was put up before the world, the Edomites wouldn't be so dedicated to be into the Bible and think that God is all love. You wouldn't be into the Bible the way that you are. But this is a real depiction of what the scriptures say of how the Lord looked, man.
Yep. So bring back that 48. First Maccabees 3:48.
So back in 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Yeah, they sought to paint the likeness of their images, and what? They laid open the book of the law. They studied and read these scriptures, man. You know, Esau made a diligent search, you know, and he knew, and hey, that's how Christopher Columbus, Cristobal Colon, actually knew to come over to the land of Americas with Hebrew interpreters. What? Because he read the Bible, man. He read 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, the 40th verse, and he followed the Northern Kingdom over here to the Americas, man. You know, so Esau made a diligent search, man. He also read in the scriptures that if we continue to, if our people continue to sin, the Lord is going to turn His back on us. So what does He do? He puts, this is all part of the conspiracy, okay? This is all part of the conspiracy. So what does He do in on television? He advertises crab, shrimp, pork, and lobster. Red lobster, and they got the piece of shrimp, and it's all steaming, and it looks delicious, and you got somebody there eating it, and they got this look of pleasure and satisfaction on their face. And then what? You go and you eat these abominable foods and commit these acts that are against your law, statutes, and commandments. And then Esau is going to the Lord and say, "See, these people are sinning against you, man." You know, and that's the conspiracy that these nations have against you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know? So go back to the Psalms.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 5, or verse 4. They have said, "Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee."
They are confederate against thee. You look at all these meetings with these rich elites, all the oligarchs and aristocrats. You know what I mean? Even UN, United Nations, and all these things on a grand political scale. Where do you see the representation of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? You don't see it, man. All right. All you do is you see a bunch of Edomites, which is a so-called white man. You got Hamites in there, which is so-called Africans, Ammonites, the so-called Japanese, Moabites, the so-called Chinese. They all have representations of their people in there, except for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because why? There's a conspiracy and a confederacy against you. Okay.
Hey, if I could add, like the only time they would really be fighting over our people's land, like Venezuela, for example. You got Iran, you got Russia, you got these different heathen nations fighting over that land. Why? For those resources.
Exactly.
Other than that, they don't mean shit to them. Exactly. You know, and that's like, when you go to work, hey, you the coolest cat on the job. You know what I'm saying? When you making Esau some money, but let you fuck up on the job. They ain't want to fuck with you no more.
It's just like if Jake put down the guns, put down the gang banging, put down the drugs, Esau go crazy. Because what you guys have done, you Israelites, well, let me say you niggas and bitches, you promoting adultery, the rap music. What you've done is create a job for Esau to generate his money, man. Right, you the ones in the prison, the blacks and Latinos. All the guys in the majority in the prison, man. And that's big business.
I was trying to look for that scripture where it says, exactly like you said, and I believe it's in Ecclesiastes, it's in Rawchaa, the 38th chapter, when the Edomites, when he has no more use for you, he's he'll get rid of you, man.
Oh,
You know, and that's the mindset of Esau Edom. If you don't have,
he's a friend for his own occasion.
If this is it. Sirach chapter 13, verse 4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
That's Esau Edom. That's what, hey, like the brother said, Venezuela, man. All right, if Venezuela didn't have a large oil reserve, or they didn't have the second largest gold reserve in the planet, none of these other nations would be interested in them, man. But now all of a sudden you got Russia, America. Oh, America, that President Maduro, he's a real jerk. We got to get in there. We got to get in there. We got to save the Venezuelan women and children, man. You know, Esau Edom is so full of shit, man. You know?
It's more, right?
Go ahead.
It says, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it.
Yeah, he's like a damn leech, man. He's like a damn parasite. Okay, that's why in the Ecclesiastes or Sirach, the 12th chapter, it said, yeah, there you go. You know, because hey, we mentioned it in Psalms the 83rd chapter. Your enemies make a tumult, man. Esau Edom, when you read in Psalms the 83rd chapter, is the #1 individual on the list of your enemies, man. And what does it say about your enemies?
This is Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so of his wickedness.
Yeah, because he's the devil, man. You know, and like I mentioned, you know, you Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, you can't just keep playing the nice guy all the damn time and wanting to be close to all the damn nations, because that's the reason for your demise and your downfall, man. You know, really, you had when segregation was in place, that was really the best thing for you so-called Negroes, man. You know, yeah, and what they do, started building up their own businesses, started having a healthy society, and Esau fucking firebombed them, man, talking about Black Wall Street, man.
Right.
And then what happened? Integration, all right? So what? Esau Edom started doing what? Like giving women rights, liberties, and all these things and these benefits, when really knowing that putting a woman over authority over a man is going to ruin the entire household, man. So really, your condition got worse. Why? Because you sent this devil by you, man.
Hey, even your prophet, so-called prophet, Martin Luther King said it, man. Before he died, he said, I think I led my people into a burning building, man.
Yep.
You know, bringing all you together with these Edomites was a bad thing, man.
Yeah.
This is why you have the way you niggas are today in 2019, man. Right. This is why Esau has full control. See, Esau wants the Israelites to be a unity camp. So all he has to do is buy out the heads, and the rest is going to follow, man. But the Most High set the mission. He set a variance, man. And he's the one that's going to make amends and make peace and bring together the ones that are right, the rightful fruit, man, which is the elect, man.
That's it.
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, Esau Edom is always looking to humble himself, make him seem like he's this meek, feeble individual, man, and he's just looking to understand. Look at Vocab Malone. Oh, I'm just trying to understand. Here, I got a question about the Bible. Meanwhile, knowing damn well that you don't have a genuine intention in your heart, man. You know, you're trying to cause stumbling blocks and cause a doubt in people's minds, man. You know, but really, you're a necessary evil, man. You know,
Playing out the scriptures.
Yep.
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, so the elect are going to take good heed and beware of him, man. Because it says what? You can't, if it were possible, they would fool the very elect, man. You know? Why is that written in the scriptures, man? Because it's not possible, man. The elect are going to beware of this devil, man. You know? Hey, we know that there's such things as confusion in the faces, man.
Right.
You know, we know that there's individuals out there that look like Edomites, but what their seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. And we know that through the Spirit. And that's another thing. The brother mentioned it. Esau could read the Bible. He could study the Bible. He could bring out historical facts and accounts and ask questions about trying to trip people up in the scriptures, but he doesn't understand the Spirit of the Lord, man. You know, he can't understand that you can tell an individual what his nationality is by just reading the Spirit. He don't understand that, man. You know, and that's why you're gonna lose this battle, man. You know, right?
It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass. It says, nah.
No.
GMS.
CT downtown?
Yeah, they downtown.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on, bro?
Yep.
It
I'm
says,
downtown too, man.
all right.
Con.
Right over there by me, Don.
All right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Three of us. We ain't got no camp right now, but we be out there.
Oh, beautiful. I'm beautiful.
Trying to wake the people up.
Con, that's right.
You know the mark. You know what the mark of the beast is?
Yeah, the chick.
Right. You know the name of the Lord? What's the name? Right. What's his son?
Yahawah.
My man.
Con.
All right.
I'm Ephraim.
Okay.
Okay.
Ephraim.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, it's good, man. The harvest is big, but the labor's a few, man.
Con.
That's right.
Gotta
Hey.
keep pushing that word.
Hey, push that. Hey, teach.
See my brothers out here, man, waking up, man. We at the end, man.
Con,
Con.
brother.
Right, brother.
About to go down, man.
Right.
I'm watching y'all through YouTube. Y'all watching y'all
Hey,
Con.
Con. Yeah, man. Hey, that's the spirit we were just talking about. Israel, man. Hey, man. Hey, the Lord. Hey, give me Amos, the 11th chapter.
Hey, and that's the brothers. That's the guys I've
Amos, the
seen.
9th chapter.
Like I said in the videos, when you sit down. You know, I spoke about running into them guys. I didn't know their names. Like you said, they ain't got no names. So it's a lot. It's not just him, but it's a couple other groups over here that just popped up. That's why I had to ask him, you know, name and
Hey, you know, try the spirit by the spirit, man. Gotta do it. Read Amos 9 and 11 for that brother right
Con.
there, man.
Con.
Con, this is Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David.
All right, so the tabernacle of David is talking about the northern and the southern kingdom, man, because there was a split in the division between the so-called Negroes, West Indians, you know, and what the so-called Hispanics, man, the Ephraimites, which is talking about the tribe of what you would call Puerto Rico today, which the brother was Iparium and an Ephraimite, you know, and Dominicans and all that stuff. The Lord is closing up the breach, is bringing together the tabernacle of David. Read on.
That is fallen,
Because we fell. Go ahead.
and close up the breaches thereof.
Yeah, the breaches are the differences that we had. There was in the scriptures and the curses, Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, it said that the brother that was once tender and delicate toward you had his eye turned evil against his brother, man, and that's a curse, man. So there was a difference in the divide between the northern and the southern kingdom, man. You know, but the Lord is closing up those breaches, those differences, man. And you can see it. The brother come by, give us shalom, saying, hey, he knows the name of the Lord. He knows what the mark of the beast is, man. And Israel is waking up, man. Go ahead.
And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Yeah, what was going on with King David in the days of old, man? King David was what? He was taking down all these enemies that are confederate against us, man. Had them their cities destroyed, and had them bringing over their wealth and their riches over to his to King David's kingdom, man. You know, this is all going to happen all over again, man. Read that in Isaiah the 60th chapter, I believe it is, where our doors are going to be open continually, man. Is why? Because we're going to have full dominion and rulership over all these other nations, man. As a strong one nation, joined together like one stick, man. The northern and the southern kingdom, man. You know, and hey, you know, you so-called Hispanics, man. It's important that you wake up, man. We're waiting on you, brothers, man. Especially you Gadites too, man. We're waiting on you Gadites, man. You know.
Yeah, get the word, get out there and teach, man. You know, teach the correct doctrine, man. You got to be a part of a certain group, but get out there and teach the truth, man. You know, mark of the beast is the chick, man. All right, the name of the Lord is Yahawah and Yahawashi, man. You know, there's no immaculate conception, man. The Lord was born like a man, man. You know, his father had sex with Mary, man. You know? And there's many other things, but teach the truth. That's it, man.
Teach the truth, man. The brother just said it too. Hey, the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few, man. You know, the Most High BaHaSham is looking for a few good men, man. You know, and we know that they're gonna wake up in their due time. But hey, we're here to hasten the Lord's coming, man. You know, so we urgently consider, brothers, to you feel that unction in your heart, man. You know, get out there and teach the word, man.
All right, so go back to that. What's the
Oh, there's a little more. Oh, yeah,
Okay. So this says verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen.
Ooh, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen, man. You know, all the heathen. We're gonna rule over you like with a rod of iron, as it says in Revelation chapter 2, verse 26, man. You know, and we're gonna exercise that sword and that rulership over you, man.
We're gonna show you Edomites how to really do, man.
Yeah.
We're not gonna pass unrighteous decrees, man. All our decrees and laws is gonna be placed upon he's going to be placed under the spirit and power of Yahawah, man. You know, and what we do unto you, the Lord said we can do double unto you, man, for what you have done to us, man. You know, so
Hey, this devil. I was listening to a video of Elder Malcolm. They trying to federalize protection for homosexuality. Federalize protection, making it illegal to speak out against it. You know, and that's the unrighteous decrees, you know, that this devil does. All right, everything that's written in the scriptures, you know, he flips it upside down and says that you can do it, man. And that's why he's Satan, man. That's why he's devil. Satan comes from the Hebrew shaitan, which means adversary, man. Okay?
Yeah, it said, which are called by thy name, saith the Lord, that doeth this. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes, him that sows seed, and the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
That's like a Nat Turner scene.
The plowman is going to overtake the reaper, man. You know, going to show that what the Lord's going to give us spiritual powers, and the saints of the Most High are going to take the kingdom, man. You know, Yahawashi is going to do his. You know, the Lord got to eat first. You know, the Lord's going to come back and get his hands dirty. But then what? We're going to get those spiritual powers, Lord willing. We be those men, and we're going to put hands on you devils, man. You know. Hey, a lot of vocab Malone says we teach violence and all this stuff, but violence is in the scriptures, man. All right. Hey, how America was built and founded on violence, man, and it's gonna go down in violence. Okay.
This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10. It says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people.
Hey, you mentioned real quick that there was no immaculate conception, man. The root of Jesse is talking about the seed line of Jesse, man. And that's talking about Yahawashi. Go ahead.
It says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious.
Yeah, to it shall the Gentiles seek, man. And those Gentiles are talking about Israelite foreigners, man. Right. You know? Because like I said, if you're not of the circumcision, you're of the uncircumcision, man, spiritually. Okay? Another thing that y'all can't understand, Edomites and other nations, man. You know, if you don't, you could be something physically, you can physically be an Israelite, but if you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you're considered a heathen, man. And you're considered a Gentile. It says in 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, the 1st verse, that ye were Gentiles carried away unto dumb idols, man. You know?
That's right. All right. It says, verse 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea,
from the four corners of the earth. Read on.
Verse 12, and it shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Where do you include the other nations in that, man? We saw Edom trying to include the other nations in that, when it just told you that the Lord is going to assemble the outcasts of Israel, man.
For the second time.
For the second time. That's right.
Now this is 13 is the point. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversary of Judah shall be cut off.
That's the closing of the breach in the chapter 11 verse. All right? The differences between the two.
I thought it in the car too. Satan. Verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Yeah, there ain't gonna be no more looking at people funny no more, man. It's gonna be nothing but love, man. You know, just like that exchange when a brother just rolled by, man. Hey, I'm happy to see that brother, man. You know, downtown teaching in the name of the Lord, man. You know, hey, real brotherly love is gonna come back, man, to the tribe, to the nation of Israel, man.
Right? It says Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Judah shall not vex Ephraim, man.
back to Sirach, chapter 12 and 6, 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so of his wickedness.
Man, fuck I add because, hey man, eventually iron is gonna rust. You know, that's like the only metal that does rust as well, man. But eventually that shit rusts up, man. So the so-called white man's wickedness, meaning what? He may be cool for a little while, but guess what? Just like as iron is eventually gonna rust, his wickedness is eventually gonna come out, man. Okay, it's within them, man. They're wicked from the damn womb, man.
Esau always got to hang around Jake, man, and get like some kind of approval. That's why he's so mad that we're teaching the truth, and it doesn't include him, man. So he's always trying to come in and try some kind of loophole, trying to show some confusion and all that stuff, because we're not down with his status quo, man. His damn Christianity that he pushes out there, which is really plantation white supremacy, man. You know, you the Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans aren't falling for that garbage no more, and this devil is gonna get angry about it, and what ultimately show his true horns, man. That iron, that iron, all right, is ultimately gonna rust up again, man. You know.
Go ahead. It says, verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown, he stand up in thy place.
See that? Set him not by thee. Otherwise, he's going to seek to supplant you, to overtake you. He did it with the so-called Native American Indians, the Reubenites, and the Taino Indians, man, the Gadites. All right. What did he do? He sat. The Israelites let him by him. All right. They trusted him, and what did he do? He overtook him, overpowered him, man. Ultimately, through deception and bloodshed and violence, man. You know. And that's why when you meet the Latinos and Native Americans, all right, the Israelites, you integrate and you buy this devil. All right, he slowly sucks and leeches the life away from you, man. You know. Hey, why do you think the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the #1 consumers of America, man? You know, this devil is using you, all right, to build up. Hey, he used you to build up his empire. He's using you to sustain his empire. Look at Issachar, man, the so-called Mexicans, man. If Issachar let's say if Issachar stopped working today and walked away from their job, America was shut down immediately. Okay, that's why, hey, when we read in Ecclesiastes 13th chapter, when we read that, Esau Edom still has a use for us, man. You know, but what happens when that use runs out, man? What happens when the dollar crashes and the economy crashes and he doesn't? And because you got something called the Georgia Guidestones, man. Ultimately, this devil wants to reduce the population from 7 billion, all right, to 500 million. Why? Because it's gonna through technology and through like their system that they're planning, he's not gonna have a use for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans anymore. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna get rid of you, man.
Hey, I got a precept real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 40. It says, "In the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, these it shall break in pieces and bruise."
Right.
You know, and that's at the end of the day, you're gonna see that this place is truly Rome, man. And
Right.
just as you know, Nero, like you said, our people helped build Rome up.
Right.
But when shit went bad, guess who they blame for the downfall of it?
Yeah.
Jake.
Jake, man.
You know.
Esau always putting Jake at the forefront, man. That's why you can't put him by you, man. All right. That's it on that.
Yeah, that's it.
And the scripture also said how the image of the beast should both speak. You know what I'm saying? So at the end, you're gonna see, like the scripture just read,
Yeah.
that you should see that his rust is all. You know, you're gonna see who this man is, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
Rust is not altogether wiped away.
Well, Revelations 12 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
Because Esau, hey, the Most High gave us the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You know, He gave us the knowledge of understanding, and He also gave us wisdom. And we know what these devils are, man. But except for these niggas, they can't see Esau. They can't see it. They can't even see themselves, man. Jake don't know what they look like. They don't know that their neighborhood look corroded. They don't know that they degenerates. They don't know that they're born in vain. They don't know it, man. So how can they see their enemy, man? But like y'all brother said, his rust shall be all wiped away because Esau is going to have a great wrath.
It's Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right, so if you're in the heaven, rejoice, man. You might as well, you know. Lovers and pleasures of sin, you know, that despise the word of the Lord, you might as well live in pleasure, man. You might as well live it up. Go have fun, man. Because the only way to have fun in this world, in this society today, is that you a lover of sin, man. You know, you can't help yourself, man. You gotta black out. You gotta get high and drunk to get blacked out in order to have fun, man. You gotta speed race up the hill, you know, and do some dumb shit, man. Hey, Jake is almost like Esau, man. You know, he hit a Friday or Saturday, a nigga be like, yo, it's boring, bruh. I gotta do something. So what they do, joy riding around and just start shooting niggas, man. Stealing somebody's car, they gotta do something before the night is out, man. You know? They can't go to sleep unless they do wickedness, man. So you might as well rejoice while you here in the heavens, man. You know, you in Esau's heaven.
It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
And that word woe means death and destruction. So the Lord is saying death and destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, man. And of this world. Go ahead.
For the devil is come down unto you.
And who is the devil? The so-called white man. See, we say it boldly because we know what the word devil means. It just means deceiver, man. He's the biggest liar on the planet Earth, man. You know? Once I bring out the image of who everybody called Jesus Christ, that's a big deception, man. That's a big lie. When the scriptures, we talked about that earlier, and the scriptures don't describe that, man.
Yeah.
Don't describe the Lord was not an Edomite, man. He didn't have leprosy, man.
Quick precept. Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value.
They're forgers of lies, man. And they are physicians of no value, meaning they will not heal you, man. These devils will not heal you, man. The only person that can heal us is Yahawah, Yahawashi, and that's through his word, man. You know, you're going to Esau for medicine, you're going to Esau for philosophy, for religion, you're going to Esau for technology, you're going to Esau for education. They're forgers of lies, man, and there are no physicians of healers, man. They're not physicians, man. They falsify, man. You know? Go ahead, huh?
Yeah, it's like today's modern medicine, man. You take a pill or some treatment for some kind of ailment that you have, and then 2 more straight up with side effects, man. That's the same way with this. We're going to this devil for help and seeking to be by him, man. Because how it talks about Lazarus and how the dogs are licking the wounds, the sores. All these nations, you know, instead of trying to, we're going them for help, and they're licking your sores, man. You know.
Hey, one more real quick. Yeah, but then you got to take another medication for that side effect.
Yeah.
And that one has a side effect, so you got to take this one for that one.
Yep.
This is Job chapter 11, verse 3. Should thy lies make men hold their peace? And when thou mockest, shall no man make thee ashamed?
Yeah, Esau. Is your lies going to make men hold their peace? That's why you're going to have to come down having great wrath. You know? Your lies is not going to give people peace, man. You want everybody to live in just a lie. Live in this false philosophy. You want to create laws so the laws can justify your lies, man. You can penalize anyone that's bringing truth or about truth. You demonize them because of your lies, man. You know, it's a crime now to tell the truth. Hey, you in the industry of the rap world, or you in the industry of Hollywood, man. It's all about secrecy. I was watching, what's her name? What's the chick that played on Friday with the Braves that was giving Craig a hard time?
Yeah, I think her name was like Paula J. White.
Yeah, Jay White or something. I was watching her, man, on Black. Watching her little interview. And she was like, you know, she had a lot of people talking bad on her, but because she was keeping the secrets of Hollywood, man. She was like, what's in Hollywood stays in Hollywood, man. You know, you don't rat, you don't tell. She said even the people that done her wrong, she gonna say their names. And that just showed you she's with the secret society, man. You know? So all Esau is about is lies, man, and secrecy. So if you telling truth, you're an enemy, man.
It says, therefore rejoice, Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
So this devil have a short time. So he's gonna come down with great wrath, man. And that's when the rust gets wiped away. And you can see clearly, as if you was looking through a looking glass, man. A glass bottle, man. And you can see clearly through it. Because when he come down with great wrath, that's when most of you, I'm gonna say all of you niggas, all right, 2/3, you're gonna say that's the devil, man. How dare you take my child away from me and put him into a pen? How dare you take my child? When they start enforcing their laws and coming down having great wrath, you're gonna say that's the devil. You already know inside you that this damn white man's the devil, man. You know it. It's all talks within your household, but then when you come outside, it's a different story. You know?
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 68 says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you.
Yeah, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over us, man. All right? And it's kindled over you. Because either way, you're not getting away with wickedness, man. So that great wrath of that evil multitude is these troops, man. It's Esau. Go ahead.
And they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision.
Right, so here it is. When you're going through your trial, which really that's like the darkest hours. So when you're going through your trial, your last trying period, man, and you consent unto these devils, which we understand, what would be the consent? Taking the chip. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna take the chip. I don't want to die. Well, if you consent unto them, go ahead,
Unto them shall be had in derision.
You're going to be had in derision. Go ahead.
And in reproach.
And reproach, man. You're going to get corrected the right way with judgment, man. You're going to be had in derision. So basically, you was in a trick bag, man. You took the chip and you still going to have to die, man. Because the Heavenly Father going to put you to death. You know, scriptures tell us that if anyone takes that chip, all right, they're going to see what? Thermonuclear fire, man. You know? Your spirit is going to burn within you, man.
That's the irony of taking the chip. They take the chip to live, but they still die.
Yeah. And that's ultimately, is that not the logic of Satan, period?
Yeah.
You make a deal with Satan, overall he fucks you over at the end. They tell you in all the movies, here it is, you get the you take the deal, everything seems good, you start to get more famous, more glory, more perks, and a better lifestyle. And then when Satan wants to take that soul, supposedly, what happens? Your life starts crumbling down, and what? You end up perishing, man.
They say that in the Apocrypha, right? When sin came into the world, that's when, like, I forgot exactly how it goes, but when sin came in the world, that's when, like, our lifespan became shorter.
Right, yeah.
And that was sin when Adam consented to Eve, and Eve consented unto Satan.
So it says, and trodden underfoot.
Oh, so not only you're going to be had in derision and a reproach, you're going to be tried down, meaning you're going to be mowed down, man. Your death is going to be grievous, man. That's a grievous death. All because you sold out, didn't trust in the Lord. It tells us in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, he says, my brother, he says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart upright, constantly endure. Make not haste in the time of trouble. So, there you go, man. That's why we hope and pray by the works that we do, even though we're not saved by our works, but by our faith, all right, and our love for the Lord, man. May the Lord have mercy on us, man. And that's when it goes in precept of Revelations 3 and 10, hour of temptation, you know. Because that is what brothers bringing out in the Apocrypha here. 2nd Ezra 16, that's the hour of temptation, man. You're going to be tempted, man. You can be tempted and you got to eat. You ain't eating 4 days, 3 days. They come in, oh, you don't want to take the chip yet, slam the door and see you to the next day. Whatever, man. Hey, I'd rather die in this truth, man. To serve the Lord than to be Esau's playmate, man. To be bowing down to Esau, man. Fuck you devils, man. The Most High got you devils, man.
Hey, you know, and that show, I believe it was on Netflix, Black Summer. The brother didn't see that by yet. You see, in the very beginning, a lot of people couldn't get to the help of the concentration camps fast enough, man. You know, which ultimately is going to go into the trip. Because in order to take refuge from FEMA, you're going to have to take that RFID chip. Brothers bring it out all the time. On what was it, 17,000 chips FEMA ordered from Sweden, I believe it was.
50,000.
50,000, see? So in the very beginning of that show, everybody's just jogging, man. Jogging down to the nearest, for the nearest help from the damn military, you know, which in representation is FEMA. They couldn't get there fast enough, man. You know, so that goes to show you that shit is gonna get so crazy here in America, you know, where people's gonna be fucking dying and begging and pleading to actually take that RFID chip, man. But you got people now saying that they ain't gonna take it. Man, you don't know what the fuck you gonna do, man.
Hey, it says, I'll read it. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So like the brother just said, if you can say that you're not going to take the trip all you want, but it's the Lord that's going to keep you from that hour of temptation. That's going to prevent you from taking the trip. All right? So without the hedge of the Lord's protection, okay, you're going to take it, man, no matter what you say. All right? It says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You know? That's talking about the RFID microchip, man.
Yeah, and if you're a heathen, you're a so-called Arab, you're a so-called white person, you should have been took the chip already, man. Because it doesn't matter if you take it or not. You know, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Salvation isn't for you, man. You know, salvation is only for the Israelites. Right? The elect of the Israelites is that. So if you're a heathen, you should have been took it by now, man.
And what's it say in Lamentations? Glad, O daughter of Edom, but also you other nations as well, man. Hey, live it up in your kingdom. Enjoy it now while it lasts, man. Take the chip, take 2 chips, man. You know what you gotta do.
Hey, that goes into Revelation 18, how they mourned when they seen Edom, this place pass away, man. Because they, you know, they got rich too.
Right, they got rich. And when Esau goes down, all these other nations are gonna go down with him. Why? Because they were confederate against him.
Exactly.
You know what happens in what do you call it? A RICO case. You know, you get somebody down in a RICO case. Everybody in the entire conspiracy and the criminal organization goes down with them, man.
Guilty by association.
Yeah, guilty by association, man. Yep.
I'll continue on this. Second Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Hey, that movie, that show, Black Summer did a great illustration of that. Because what? Like you said, people were running to go to the concentration camp and really get assistance from the government to the point where they were fucking each other over, man. You know, like you couldn't even give somebody a ride without getting mugged or jacked, man. You know, because that person wanted to get to that place that much quicker, man. You know, or do whatever he had to do. So they're gonna be like mad men sparing none, man. Yeah. Hey, this dude robbed an old lady, man.
Oh yeah.
in that show. She was old as hell and she was willing to help him out. He swore, he's like, I swear, I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm not gonna rape you, I'm not gonna kill you, do anything like that. I just need a ride. I got a daughter, I got kids. As soon as he got into the car, get out the car. You know, robbed him, man.
Can't no sympathy in that day.
No sympathy, no nothing, man. There's gonna be no sympathy in that day, man.
And how about how the women are gonna be, man?
Oh yeah.
The woman was banging on the glass saying, "Yo, I'll give you head or whatever. Just please let me in."
Right.
But that's not gonna be any use, man.
Right.
In that day.
Yeah.
Oh, cause why? Verse 72 says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses." People are gonna be looking for goods, man. You know, food. You know, everyday necessities, man. You know, toiletry, you know, different things like that, man. That's what it's going to be about in that day, man.
Yeah. Real quick, this is St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. It says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." You know, love of many is going to wax cold out there, man. Hey, it's the same perfectly, man. So this is all that's going to happen in Babylon the Great. All this is going to happen here today. Hey, you talk about the love of many waxing cold. People people wax cold today, man. In normal, right now, in normal society, you know, you got a bum on the side of the street or something like that, you know, looking for a little bit of help. You're like, hey, can I get something to eat? Walk right by him. Not to say that you should give something because you should know what to give to him. But in general terms, in general terms of just overall kindness and charity towards other people, you still got a little bit out there, but for the most part, people are cold towards each other, man. You're like, yo, that's you, man. You know, you gotta do you. You gotta walk. That's your life to live, man.
Hey, that's the environment, man. I was talking about this yesterday. The environment in which you come from, you know, it molds your spirit.
Right.
This is why these niggas are niggas, because of their environment. And it's like if you don't put that type of toughness on, or that arrogant, ignorant type of attitude, then you want to get shoved over. So now when you take that person and put him into a different environment, people are like, well, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why is he so wild and so, you know, stupid? Why is he doing stuff like that? Because he's part of that wicked, ignorant ass environment, man. You know?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because I remember I went down to Virginia for a couple of years, and coming from New York, you know, you see other people in the street, you don't really pay them no mind. You know, if I walk down the street right now, I'm usually looking straight ahead or ignoring them and not even saying nothing, right? You walk down the streets of like down south, like Virginia or something like that, you walk by, you see a totally different stranger walking the other direction. He looks you right in the eyes and says, "Hey, good morning, how's it going?" And I'm looking at him like, "Oh, what the fuck? You trying to do something or something like that?" You know, I was in the world. Yeah. You know, I'm like, well, what the fuck is this dude looking at? He's like, "Hey, good morning, how's it going?" I was like, "Oh shit."
I've heard that too.
You know, we don't do. Hey, people are a product of their environment. That's a beautiful point, man.
Hey, I'm just reading the scripture real quick. This is James 2:13. But he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment. So Jake don't got mercy, man.
Right.
You know, Jake don't have mercy, man. So therefore, if you don't have no mercy, especially to the Lord's men, you know, scriptures say he that giveth a cup of cold water to one of those in the name of the prophet shall not lose a reward.
Right.
You know, with us, they treat us even worse than they would treat a nigga that be smoking weed with. Here it is, we up here teaching and telling you that you're God's chosen people. They don't have an attitude with us, but the nigga in shop right next to you, y'all be having a good time talking about the fucking basketball game. You know? And if he started to talk about something so-called religious or spiritual, you'll agree with him, but because we ain't garment, you don't show no mercy unto us. Well, guess what? No mercy is going to be given unto you, man. A lot of you people are not in a position to not show mercy. Jake should be humble, man.
Yeah.
Look at the conditions Jake live in, man. Look at the shit that your people got to go to school in, and look what Esau's doing, man. You should be at the utmost humble, man. But Jake ain't even humble, man.
If anything, they're proud, man. You know?
Hey, that proud, Slacky, that pride, that goes to the homosexuals, man.
Right.
They embody themselves under the name of the word pride. Pride, because they proud to say, yeah, I am. You know? I am this, and I'm not ashamed. Well, guess what? Pride go before haughty fall.
They declare their sin as Sodom.
Destruction, man. You should be ashamed, man. You know? You should just, hey, the scriptures say, he that offend one of his little ones, you should tie a millstone around your neck and go jump off in the sea somewhere, man. Meaning, go kill yourself, man. Because if the Lord got to take you out, it's going to be in a worse fashion, man.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13 says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Hey, so I mean, if you was a jerk, cold-blooded and without mercy in the world now, in your state now, imagine when the conditions, when the environment around you changes to the point where it's going to be all hell breaking loose. Okay, you're going to fend for yourself, and everything that you were in the world is going to multiply for the worse, man. You know?
Yeah, everything is going to get a lot worse out here, man. Matter of fact, there was a video on Worldstar. There was these niggas, they was jumping this, it was young little nigglets, man, jumping this one dude, and then guess what? The old heads was like, yo, man, you see the generation now, that shit crazy. So since they opened their mouth and shit, these same little niggas beating the shit out of these old ass dudes, man. Dude was holding up a cane, trying to hold them off. And he took a chain, he was beating on the fucking head with it, man. So shit is getting worse. These little nigglets, man, It's getting worse and worse out here, man. You know, all the way up until Yahawah Shai, you know, put the spirit on us to start taking these niggas out, man.
Hey, the brother mentioned the homosexuals as well. Oh, hey, homosexuals are going to be out there parading those streets as well, man. Have their own little cliques and have a little gang raping parties out here, man. Just for the hell of it, man. Hey, like I said, the love of many are going to wax cold. Matter of fact, they're going to be like, oh yeah, he likes it. Yeah, go ahead. You know, hey, the mindset of the people in that day is going to be sick, man. You know?
Hey, but that's just judgment, because you have a lot of the same little niggas. They'll say, well, if he ain't fucking with me, it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, it's not cool.
Right.
You know, but so because you're not condemning it, now the Lord literally gonna make you a part of that shit.
Yeah. Can I get a scripture real quick?
2nd Ezra 16 and 53. Get that whole copy. 16 and 53.
Looking at a reflection.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 53 says, "Let not the sinner say that he hath not sinned."
Right, and the thing is, our people, they don't fear Yahawah Shai. They don't fear God, or who they ignorantly call God, and who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. They don't fear. Let me tell you something, man. We on a planet Earth, right? And this planet Earth sits in the galaxy, in the middle of nowhere. You have suns, you have a moon that's all orbiting to keep Earth alive. You don't think there's a God?
Right.
Why are we not floating in the galaxy somewhere down infinity and beyond? Why is the Earth still there and the sun come up and the sun go down and the moon comes give its light by night? You don't realize there's a God? People are stupid, man. Go ahead, Al. People are stupid, man.
For the Most High shall burn coals of fire.
Somebody, well, I'm gonna not say somebody, the Heavenly Father governs the earth in his hand, man. All right? The Most High does all of this. We're just ants on the earth compared to the Most High, man. We're actually in a fish tank. We're in a glass. We have, look, okay. You have us that's able to walk on the earth. When you go outside of that glass, outside of that belt, outside of that force, you now float within the galaxy, man. What they say is no gravity. There's no gravity, but the Lord gave us gravity here because we of the terrain, we of the earth. He allowing us to walk on the earth. It's no coincidence that, listen to Esau, the Big Bang, the earth just discovered itself, the elements, the molecules and everything just formed and this and that. And then earth was created, life was formed, water, fishes, we came from animals. That's some bullshit, man. The Most High did everything, man, through his son Yahawashi. All right? Because he gave Yahawashi the blueprint, in which we like to call it, man. But everything was done through the power of Yahawah, man. All right? There's a reason why we're stuck here. This is why you can't go out there, man. There's a reason why here, man. There's a reason why this earth, the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. You get that, BaHaSham? Hold what you got. Because people don't fear. Even when the Most High brings trouble upon you, you don't fear him. All this trouble that comes upon you is for you to fear the Most High, man. You don't recognize the Lord exists, man. Who created you? Who put a heart in your chest? Who put the spirit in your body? Go ahead, huh?
It says Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 4. One generation passeth away.
Yeah, generations pass away. Yeah, we die. We born and we die. One generation passes, another one coming. Go ahead.
Another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
But the earth abides forever, man. So explain to me why the sun, why is the sun and the moon doesn't drift off in space somewhere? Why is it still orbiting around the earth so that now the earth can have this, this wouldn't be a planet, it wouldn't be a, what you call a resource earth, if I'm saying it right, if the sun wasn't to help the grass to grow. If the sun didn't come up, who's making the sun to come up at what it's supposed to?
Matter of fact, if the sun was even a little bit closer to the earth, it on bacon, not it after it died, and if it was too far away, then we would open it and freeze to death.
Why do we have 4 seasons, man? Why do these seasons come in and seasons go out? The Most High is real, man. And his son, Yahawashi, is real, which came on the earth and was born like a man and died like a man, but what? It was for the sins of the Israelites, man. All right? This Bible is real, man.
Verse 5, the sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hastened to his place where he arose. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually.
Why do we have wind? Describe to me why the wind blows. Who created wind? Right? The water in the sun helps grow things. We wouldn't be able to eat, or we wouldn't have green grass if the sun or water, man. These people, that's the point I'm trying to make is that none of these people fear the Most High because they don't believe in the Most High. But here it is, you on planet Earth, and you be able to eat. You able to be born and create life. But you don't believe in the Most High? You don't think the Lord is real? That's why when the Lord, when he comes with his judgment, all you people are going to be judged, man.
Right.
You know? Ready to come back.
This is back in second Edges.
That's why the scriptures say we don't look at the things which are seen, but the things that which are not seen, man. And that's the kingdom. I'm thankful, man. We all thankful of Yahawah outside. And he able to give us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. We able to sit here and break down the words of the Lord and to have understanding, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Because I look at every day I examine this world as my daily stroll, and I get these conversations going on, man. Like, how can you not believe in the Most High and we're here on earth? The earth is literally in outer space. It should be moving places. It should just be gliding and moving in its direction.
Yeah.
But instead, it's in one spot.
Right.
And the sun and the moon and all the stars are in the same spot. It's like, who is controlling that? Who is controlling that? The Most High, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy. You believe in the Most High, you out of your damn mind.
Oh yeah. Should talk about worshiping the creature more than the creator. They'll believe that we're hurling at 1,000,000 miles an hour around the sun, man.
Yeah.
but they refuse. They'll believe that, but they refuse to believe that the Most High created the earth.
They think the earth is flat.
Yeah.
Why would the earth be flat? That don't even make it.
That even makes sense.
This commies lookout, man.
If the earth was flat, then we should be able to walk off the earth.
Yeah.
If the earth was flat, it's just logic
Right.
thinking, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It should be daytime everywhere right now.
Yeah.
In some places right now it's dark.
Right,
You know?
Right. Hey, but we say all that to say this, because the Most High exists, man, and he ruleth in the kingdom of men. The Lord set this Edomite up, man. But go ahead, Al.
Second Edges chapter 16, verse 53. Let not the sinner say, ye have not sinned. For the Most High shall burn coals of fire upon his head.
The Most High is going to burn coals of fire upon your heads, man. Because a lot of these niggas don't think they're sinning, man. And that's due to the lies and deception, man, of your religions, man. Especially of this Christianity, Jesus Christ thing, man. Telling you that, oh, Jesus died for your sins so you could do whatever you want. You out of your mind, man. You out of your mind, man. The Lord is going to rain coals of fire upon your head if you say you're not a sinner. And I'm talking about to the Israelites, man. All right? We all have sinned. Even us brothers have sinned. We're still sin. All right? But it's through grace and faith. If the Lord will redeem us and show mercy unto us to see salvation, man. You know? We're not willfully sinners as amongst our people. You niggas that can't stop for nothing, man. You know? Niggas promote adultery, man. Niggas love getting high, man. You know? Niggas done learned how to love to be a homo, man. You know how many times I keep running into these young guys? You got these young dudes, man. Dude, 18, 16, 17 years old, man. Should be playing basketball, lifting weights, and doing something constructive, man. Manly. And these men are homos, man. That shit is sickening, man. I see this one dude, tall as hell, young dude. I'm looking at him like he must have been a basketball player or something. And I turn around and I'm like, oh my God. This dude, man. That shit is sickening, man.
You mentioned willful sin. Somebody grab Hebrews 10 and 26. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, there's sin, but then there's also willful sin. You know, the Lord can have mercy upon sin. Let's see what the Lord says about willful sin.
Okay, this is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Meaning what? Yahawashi ain't died for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahawashi ain't died for you because here it is. The Lord told us, I believe in Acts, was that 17 and 30? But there was a time where the Lord winked at our ignorance. But now he command all men to repent. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a point in time where you may not have known that tattoos was against the law. You know what I'm saying? You may not have known eating crab, shrimp, lobster, and pork was against the law. But since this information has been revealed to you, then you continue to wallow in that. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. What's that nigga name that got a tattoo?
Rawchaa.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That goes on. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. That's what you call willful sin. So what? The Lord ain't died for that man. The Lord ain't sacrificed for that man. He's going to get a new man. You know? You got a lot of people that know being a homosexual is against the law, man. You know, it's against God's commandments, but yet they still continue to do so. That's willful sin. So the Lord is not going to have mercy upon you in all health, rich, peace, and society.
I would rather obey by the ways of the Lord so that I can have more so of a peaceful life. Isn't the whole thing that you want everything to be peaceful? You know? Shouldn't Jake want peace? That's what niggas scream out there to these police after they get gunned down. Peace. No justice, no peace. You seeking peace, right? But y'all don't have the way of peace because you're not following the ways of the Lord, man. Well, go ahead, Al.
Quick precept. Proverbs 3 and 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee.
See? Long life and peace, man. At the end of the day, the men of the Lord just seeking peace, man. You just want peace, man. You want peace with your family. You want peace with your woman. You want peace with your kids. You want peace with your foods. You know, you just want peace, man. Just want, ain't nobody bothering nobody, man. They coming out here chopping Esau's head off, man. But we got to come out here and chop his head off through the spirit, man.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Against Psalm 120 and 7.
You know? All because he's a damn devil, man. You know? Esau is no peace, man. You're not going to allow you to have peace with him. You ain't nothing. You're not even a man.
Psalms 120 and 7. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war.
Peaceful as a people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother just harping on all we want is peace. But guess what? When we come out here on these highways and byways, we out here for war, man. You know what I'm saying? We out here for spiritual blood. You know what I'm saying? Because here it is, this devil committing all types of wickedness, all types of atrocities upon these tribes, man. So what? We're in a time now to where the Lord is giving us a voice. Right. The Lord is giving us the spirit to speak, man. You know, here it is. 2/3 of our people find this particular path hard to follow, man. That's why they're not out here. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. You may have some listeners throughout the summer months, the spring and summer months, but when it comes brick cold and 10-degree weather, you ain't gonna find nobody outside. You know, because why this path we follow is hard to follow, man. The Lord said, for my yoke is easy and this burden is light. That's talking about the knowledge, man. But what you have to actually do to acquire the kingdom is hard. Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom, man. Being outside is part of that tribulation. You know what I'm saying? So while we out here enduring our tribulation, guess what? We're going to give you devil's hell, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, for I shall destroy you with the spirit of my mouth, then with the brightness of my coming. If you ask me, that's war, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's war. When you watch the end of that movie, The Equalizer, the first one, you know, here that Vladimir Pushkin asked Denzel Washington's character, what is all of this war supposed to do? What is it supposed to bring forth? And he said peace. You know what I'm saying? I ain't need to see the movie. You know what I'm saying? But in the spirit, I know, I said before Denzel actually said of this peace. And that goes into the scriptures. Ecclesiastes 7, the 3rd chapter. That's right. You know what I'm saying? It said war first, and then it said peace.
So time to love, time to hate, time to war, time to peace.
We're in a time of war. In order for us to have peace in the kingdom, we got to go through this particular war, man. And right now, it's a spiritual warfare.
Hey, every time when you're reading the scriptures, every time before the Lord took us out of captivity, it was always war. Yep. Like Judges the 3rd chapter, you had a guy named Ehud, a left-handed dude named Ehud, and the Lord, it was bad, man, with the way, cause he had told Ehud to basically trick the guy named Eglon, which was a Moabite king, and he was like a message from God. Then he stabbed him up, you know, and that's what led to us getting out of captivity from the Moabites.
Right, man. Hey, this war, man. You know, Esau wasn't so much of a devil, but hey, this is the Lord's movie, and we're playing parts, we're playing roles, man. You know, the righteous versus the evil, man. You know, but finish that up. What was that?
So back in 2nd Ezra 16:53, where I left off, it says, which saith, before the Lord power and his glory, I have not sinned. Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, their
Go ahead.
their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts.
So the Lord knows all the imaginations of men, man. He knows what's in your mind, you know? And Jake's mind right now is so small, man. They don't have no more spirit, man. He saw Shane Tushan, you know, Street Fighter. He have taken Jake's, Mortal Kombat, my bad, Mortal Kombat. He have taken their spirits, man. Taking their spirits through all this rap music, through all the bad foods, his philosophies and his false philosophies, his religions, you know, his set way of life, his commercials, college, education, you know. Jake Small is little, but the Lord knows within the heart, man. You've forgotten about your power, man. Jake, I keep saying, I'm gonna say it all the time. Jake don't know what they look like. Only if you knew what you look like, you would do better, man. You don't know what you look like. You don't know that your house and you live in a decrepit, deteriorating city, bad neighborhood. You know, you don't know. You don't know the value of where you look, what you are, or what you have. Degenerates, man. You know, see this shit all the time. Niggas, you got young dudes that think they're tough, and they just going through the cycle, man. Hey, you think niggas ain't never sold, like, you got young dudes out here hustling on the street as if niggas ain't hustled before them and got locked up or killed, man. You just going through the damn, just following the track, man. You following the tree, man. You're not doing nothing different. Why come when you young, you think you doing something bigger and different? Like, y'all can't see it the way I see it. Man, you niggas is missing food, man. Go ahead, Doc. The Lord knows the imaginations. He knows what's in your heart. He knows that you despise this truth, man. He knows that you hate you rebuke of him, the one that's, hate of him, the one that rebuketh in the gate, man. And why? You should love him, man. When somebody corrects you, you know, say for an example, here it is, you probably in school, and your homeboy be like, yo, bro, wipe your nose, yo, you got a little boogie there. You be like, oh shit, because there's some girls in there. But if your boy don't tell you, you sit there with a damn boogie in your nose, and the chick's laughing at you and shit. You like, what the fuck everybody laughing at? That's like a little small embarrassment, you know? But you would love it if somebody had told you, yo, good looks, yo, good looks. Especially, Jake could do that when he don't know this person, and the other person be like, yo, bro, yeah, wipe your nose and shit. Oh, good looks, bro, good looks. But if your homeboy, you just, you know what I'm saying? They're just small examples, man. You supposed to love the one that corrects you, man. You know, not hate. Because it's all out of love, man. It's for your life. This truth is for your life, man.
Hey, that's the spiritual love. One thing about 2/3, right? They're only influenced if they see money and success. It's the only way our people is going to be influenced. Now, I was on the social media and I see this particular guy. You know, he's from Jersey. His name is Jay Morrison. Some people view him as a crook. Now, he went on pretty much a nationwide tour, pretty much promoting how to make a million, or how to come up in this society as far as the business route, right? Every city that he went to, was well over 100 people listening to his speech. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to this truth, when it comes to this word, you don't see nobody out here. You don't see nobody out here. So that goes to show, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong in going to that, but it's the simple fact that when the men of the Lord are out, you don't want to listen to the message. Here it is, you'd rather seek temporary relief, you know, as opposed to having a taste of salvation. You know what I'm saying? To seek permanent rest, man.
Jake want crumbs. They don't want the whole pie.
They don't want the loaf, man.
You want crumbs from the table.
Yeah.
Well, the Lord set us up because to give us the loaf. Right.
The bread of life.
The whole pie, man. And then we divide what the crumbs will be. You know? And that's why these devils are afraid. That's why they coming up with more laws. The elder out there in the New York camp, Big Gag, did a video I saw yesterday, or was it this morning? Basically like the FBI. You know, the FBI basically putting out this new law. I can get it real quick.
I think isn't his channel Bread of Life anyway? Yeah, that's the spirit. You got something? Yeah, I got something real quick. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 47. For it is not a vain thing. I'm going to start at 46. And he said unto them, set your hearts into all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children to observe, to do all the words of the law. For it is not a vain thing for you, because it is your life. Right. And through this thing ye shall prolong your days in the land whither ye go over Jordan to possess it.
Yeah, see, Jake don't want to prolong his life though, man. Jake loves death, you know. I also got a scripture too. Proverbs 15 and 10, it says, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die, man. You know? So hey, we teach that word, we tell you to get right, or like the brother always says, get left, you know? Because what? He that hateth reproof shall die, man. You know? And 2/3 of our people, all right, they hate to be reproved, man. People don't like it. Like the brother said, you can correct somebody and say that they got a booger in their nose, but when we do the same thing and save their life and save their soul, you hate us.
The article the Elder Ron read was it says FBI document warns conspiracy theories are the new domestic terrorism threat.
So what's that mean? That means they coming for brothers. You know, because they deem this as a conspiracy. You know, us coming together teaching the Bible, they deem this as a domestic. They deem us as domestic terrorists. Essentially, they see us as a threat. So what the scriptures tell us? They frame it. What's that? Psalm 94 and 20. They frame it mischief by law, man. You know what I'm saying? Because here it is. They check us out, man. They study us. You know, they take hold of our words so they can attempt to use them against us. Right. So the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we come out of the scriptures, they looking for holes that goes against their agenda. And then they use it against us, so they're justified in locking us up. They're justified in so-called killing us. You know?
Hey, can I say something real quick? Yeah. Esau, you a devil. And what it is that anything is organic, he wants to take it out. He needs to be able to tamper with it and then give it back. See, these devils, man. And what it is that, see, here it is, they don't have, like a physician, an example, a physician, someone that learns on their own and how to heal. If he doesn't have a license, he can get locked up for it, but he's doing good for everybody, you know? They'll lock him up. See, this is why Esau, you a devil, man. That's why the Most High is going to break your ass down, man. He's going to take you out, man. Because this devil, he'll literally sit up here and, I don't want to lose my train of thought. Shit. This devil will sit up here. Damn, losing my train of thought.
Yeah, that's
this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Now say this, yeah, they create their school system to validate, you know, and they give you license, they give you certificates, they give you this type of title. And that titlement is supposed to be, you know, when it comes from that, that's believable. But if somebody learn on their own and get it and got it right and even better, then that's a problem. Right. This is why they give these titlements, man. This is why you have to go to their schools. Their schools are for them to tamper with you. You know, that's why you have some truth, but it won't be the 100% truth. And then you have to filter it in order for you to publicly make it known under the restrictions and ways and philosophy. Has to be restricted and put out in a certain way for Esau to say it's okay. Fuck you devils, man. Most High, this truth is organic, man. And you ain't gonna tamper this truth. And when you shut the doors of the mouth of the prophets, that's when your end is coming, man. These devils, that's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. They creating these conspiracies. And so now, when the men of the Lord got the Bible right, the true men of the Lord got the Bible right in its purest form, organic, he got a problem because it's against him. But if it was for him to uplift him, then he'd be with it. But it's against you devils, man. And now you want to be able to, okay, now you got your think tanks. You got them all sitting in these rooms. What could we do? What could we possibly throw in there? You know what we do now? We're going to start teaching them the Bible. You know, we're going to start putting restrictions on this. Shut them up. And so we can take what they got, twist it, put something in it, and throw it out there so the people won't get this truth. Yeah. Well, it's too late, man. The fire's already, you say the fire rises, man.
Right.
You know?
And the plagues are sin.
I got this is Acts chapter 4 verse 12. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahawashi. So the men of the Lord are really, you know, considered unlearned. That's why you got guys like Vocab Malone, the main the apologetics and all these other guys. They have these degrees in biblical theology. Theology meaning the study of God. Okay. So what? They come to us. We have our degree in Yahawah, Yahawashi, you know, so to speak, and they marvel at that. They're like, wait a minute, we perceive these to be unlearned men. Man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Another thing too, Esau knows that the more you keep saying something, the more it comes into existence. They did it with their lives. And now it's believed that this character, who everybody called Jesus Christ, the depiction of him, which goes back to Cesare Borgia, or goes back to what's his name? Serapis Christus, you know, that now it's just you'll be it won't be right if it's not that. And this is all was a lie, man. Jake don't want to go back and they don't want to get into their history or learn these things. They just go with the flow of things. What was told to them when they was young, what they saw on TV, and they just feel that's the way it gotta be. That's the way it is. You know?
And that's why when they come up against us, they use the same trigger words. All right, psychological warfare. That's why they do it. They predictive programming. So when we come out with the scriptures and we cut them down with the scriptures, oh well, what about you? Well, I heard y'all are rapists.
Had nothing to do with it.
And it had nothing to do with the thing, but they throw out these words and what they keep saying it.
Right.
So you keep saying it, you keep saying it, you keep saying it, you keep saying it. It must be true.
And that's why with that thing, with the thing we call GreatMillStone rapists, it be people that don't know nothing. And they be, hold up, GreatMillStone? Oh nah, y'all rapists. Right. You heard that. That's not true. If we were rapists, Esau would have no problem in locking us up. It would be not a problem. He wouldn't let you keep going on, speaking on the cameras, man. It's like you people are just foolish, man, and you haters of truth. You haters of Yahawashi.
Not only that, they tried to discredit the Bible by saying King James was a homosexual.
That's the spirit.
Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought I was going to say it. Nah, but y'all thought King James was a homosexual, man. Because y'all wanted to discredit the scriptures. You know? But real quick, this is the book of Job, chapter 32, verse 21. It says, let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person, neither let me give flattering titles unto man. For I know not to give flattering titles, in so doing, my maker would soon take me away. So we don't deal with titles, man. You know? Here it is. Now, of course, we deal with order. You know, we deal with order. So as far as apostles, elders, and then you got, you know, brothers coming up in the faith. You know, that's for order's sake. You know, but we're not calling ourselves doctors such and such.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't move in that fashion. That's the manner of man. That's the manner of these people. You know, that was never in our customs. You know?
You got guys that suffered circumcision that took on titles. Look at Yahawashi say, he took on no reputation. Yeah.
It's a title, man.
Yeah. You know? Hey, we're just prophets, man. We say things before. You know, so the words of the Lord he gives us, we come out here and we speak. That's just prophet. You know? Before that, they were called seers because that's seeing. You know, you can see what's going on because the Lord gave us the vision. You know? And the vision is that Esau is going down, man. through the spirit and power of Yahawah Yahawashi, man. This is it for this kingdom, man. This is strictly, Lord willing, if I could put that video. I didn't want to play that video because it had a lot of bones in it. But maybe I could cut it and put the piece up where they went to Sodom and Gomorrah. The guy, he took like it looked like rock, but it was damn near
Sulfur?
salt. And it was cold. It was like cold. And he set it on fire and it burns like coal, like he grilled it. You know what I'm saying? He was just breaking it down, showing you like how this is a wasteland. Nothing really happening. No grass can grow. Nothing. And when you look at the structure of the thing, you can tell that it was man-made, but everything was just burned the fuck up, man. You know, so you look at that, it's a lot of salt and dirt. Just imagine what this place gonna be, man.
Memorial, June 1 to 7.
And you can see, I'm just telling you, you can see the structure. Like you can see there was a hall, this was a hall, a window there. You can see that this was what they were there in this place. And then they pull the camera back and it shows you like the 5 cities, shows you the land map. It's huge, man.
Right.
So I understand why Lot, when he left, he thought they was the only ones in the world, man. You know, it was like, that's it, everybody died. But when they pulled that camera back, they got the bird's eye view. He was like, damn, that's a lot of land, man. That's a lot of shit, man.
You know, pretty much going back to our people, how they don't want to get, you know, down with the truth, man. And Isaiah 28 and 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Yeah, so making a covenant with Esau is making a covenant with death, man. You know? You'll never score the no deal with no Edomite, man. You know, I don't trust no Edomite, man, because I just recently, you gotta go to the gym, and one Edomite amongst all the jig, and this guy, he got the nerve, he bold, man. He just sit there and look at you and shit, and it's like you turn around, like, yo, what's up? But then he humbled his eyes quick, but then he's watching, like Esau really, he watches you, he watches like every detail of, like Jacob look you and see you like, what up, you know? And probably side eye look at you a little bit, where you going, where you at? But Esau is looking like, okay, he's in that bag. Okay, you got Nikes on. Like you looking at all that little shit. And I noticed when I looked at him, I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck you eyeballing me like that? Every little thing I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Doing research.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm seeing him from the corner of my eye. So when I look at him like this, he goes, you know? But I saw him look to see the keys. I saw him look down. His head went down like that. You don't think I can see him? I never trust these Edomites, man. Especially not in this time, man. Hell no. I trust no Edomite at all.
That's just like last week when Rawchaa was at Dallas. He was over there in Dallas or whatever. And the elder Yahawah, he called him out like, we know you're an agent, da 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 da. But I peeped it as you said that this dude went to go sit in the corner like he was being bullied or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he came back and started scoffing again.
Yeah. He just doing the job. We doing the job too, man. You know, but we gonna see who gonna get paid. Because not everybody getting paid, man. You know, we hope the Lord pay us. We ain't looking for pay from Esau. You ain't getting paid. All you agents out there, y'all not getting paid, man. At the end of the day, for all of your life's work of scoffing. You know? Life work of scoffing, man. You know? Yeah, get a real job, man. Don't have fun. You scoffing men of the Lord. You dedicated your whole life to scoffing men of the Lord. And you got this world of sin. And you can do whatever it is out here. Take trips, vacations, all that. Go to school, enjoy your family, get lots of women, you know, smoke your weed.
They rather punch bricks on them.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. You're coming against the Yahawashi outside. Just punching bricks on them.
Yeah.
It's another veil.
They using the hell out you, Rawchaa. Rawchaa, to me, through the spirit, when I was watching it with the brothers, I didn't see the whole thing. But when I saw it, I was looking, I'm like, oh, he's dead. He don't want to do it, but he's forced. He got to go out there. He got to make light of shit. He's dying out, man.
I tell you what, he's lasting longer than a lot of them. Westside nigga. No light. All of them clowns. He's going on like 3 years now. If I'm not mistaken, he's going on 3 years. That's a powerful people.
You better watch him, because you secretly probably getting converted. Or you're getting condemned for knowing that you're an Edomite, man. You know? Like the Apostle said, you might be scared that you're an Edomite.
Having dreams and shit, like Pilate. I said having dreams and shit like Pilot.
Yeah.
Pilot's right.
James White been through a flag.
Yeah.
Been throwing the towel.
Man, remember you had the group that tried to come out. We got shut down real quick.
Oh yeah.
You like made that one video.
Yeah, 2 seconds of flame.
Yeah, Dr. Eric and Mason. They're infiltrating the black church. You know? Because people don't want to, people ain't buying that garbage no more.
Nah.
Man. Slavery, plantation Christianity, man. You know?
Hey, like the brother in Chicago said, we making the world read, you know?
Right.
As to where, you just go to church. Well, our pastor said, like what brothers going into how they call King James a homosexual, or how you know that? Well, somebody said it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth, man. So now our people is waking up, getting a mind of their own, man. Through the spirit of fire, Yahawashi, Yahawashi.
Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. See? And hey, the spirit of fire, Yahawashi, he got his men out here doing exactly just that. That's why you got people coming out these churches, man. And they even be shooting themselves in the foot, man. Matter of fact, I mentioned last week on how, you had the damn so-called pastor out there. I believe it was out there in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sucking the demons out of people, man. So he was saying, and of course it turns out he's an Edomite though, man. So that's because to show you, man, all these different Edomite churches, man, is completely wicked, man. But in reality, all of them, man, even the one with Jake, because they under that 501c3 charter, man. Yeah. And it was even on CNN about it was the Jake. He was on there, and he was saying how all the honorable pastors are gonna come together to discuss what they can and can't say under the terms of the 501c3 charter, man. Which means to show you that what? Again, they made they're at agreement with death, man. That's why I read that again. Isaiah 28:15. That's why I start verse 14. Because wherefore, hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. We have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Man, that goes to show you too how they really think Esau gonna have their back when shit go down. Like Nate the Snake.
Yeah, all these Illuminati, so-called sellouts that are in the Illuminati, man, look, man, when all hell breaks loose, that's it, man. You're getting left out in the cold. All right, these damn devils don't got you, We read the scriptures on how you should never trust your enemies, man. Where it is our people sell out, and they trust Satan, man. They trust the so-called white man, okay, to come through for them, man. All right, just so that they can have riches, man, and enjoy themselves in His kingdom. And guess what? You say this is not our rest. All right, so hey, you got for your little season, man. You got your riches for your little season.
That was just like Judas Iscariot, man. When he tried to give back the pennies, he like, hey, be it to you. Basically meaning that you got it. You already did your bit. We don't need that shit,
Yeah, so he barely even get to enjoy his riches.
Yeah.
Man.
I got a precept for you. It's a quick account. Acts. How they blood is going to party. Stop us. This is Acts 5, chapter 17. Acts chapter 5, verse 17. Then the high priest rose up, and all they that went, and all they that were with him, which is the sect of the Sadducees, and were filled with indignation, and laid their hands on the apostles, and put them in the communion, in the common prison, But the angel of the Lord by night opened the prison doors, and brought them forth, and said, Go stand and speak in the temple to the people all the words of this life. And when they heard that, they entered into the temple early in the morning and taught. But the high priest came, and they were with him, and called the council together and all the senate of the children of Israel, and sent to the prison to have them brought. But when the officers came and found them not in the prison, they returned and told, saying, The prison truly found we shut with all safety, and the keepers standing without before the doors. But when we had opened, we found no man within. Now when the high priest and the captain of the temple And the chief priests heard these things. They doubted of them whereunto this would grow. Then came one and told them, saying, Behold, the men whom he put in prison are standing in the temple and teaching the people. Then went the captain with the officers and brought them without violence, for they feared the people, lest they should have been stoned. And when they had brought them, they set them before the council, and the high priest asked them, saying, Did not we strictly command you that ye should not teach in this name? And behold, ye fill Jerusalem with your doctrine, and intend to bring this man's blood upon us? Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey Yahawah rather than men. And the Most High, our fathers, raised up Yahawashi, whom he slew and hanged on a tree. Him have the Most High exhorted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sin.
Tell you what you're doing.
You know? But the point is that by teaching this word, by teaching in the name of Yahawah, well, guess what? Calamity is coming upon the wicked, man. And so back then when the apostles were teaching, as he said, saying, Did not I strictly commend you that you should not teach in this name? And we know the Edomites, they don't want us to teach in that name. Yahawah, Yahawashi, man. That's why you got certain leaders of different camps, of Israelite camps that are sold out, man. And they don't teach the name. It says, And behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine. Now, this is the doctrine of Yahawah Yahawashi. This is one of the main reasons why Esau wanted to destroy the Lord's doctrine. All right? The doctrine of him being the Edomites, which the Bible says. All right? Him falling down, his kingdoms being destroyed. You know? We up next to rule. He wants to take that out, man. It says, And behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine and intend to bring this man's blood upon us.
And that goes to prove that, see, like Jerusalem, well, back then, like it says, yeah, you have basically filled Jerusalem, you know, with this doctrine. So we gave them power, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you, like the American dollar, because people believe in it, that's what gives it its power. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jake stopped believing that shit. Like Rakim always go into how Jake is leaving the church. That's taking away their power, taking away their money source.
That's
you
why
know,
they gotta do something because Jake is no longer hypnotized by their religion, man. They know that this white Jesus is not the Messiah of the scriptures.
Yeah.
Now Esau got a problem. Now that goes back to what we said earlier, man. If Jake stopped smoking weed, Jake stopped having doing violence, doing drugs, Esau turning up quick, man.
Yeah.
Because he'll be losing his power.
Losing his power.
Esau's power is wicked. If he can't put out the strings of wickedness and his power not working, he's gonna go crazy, man. That's also all he got. He's a wicked tree with wicked branches, man. There's so many branches that come down that you can get into with Esau's bullshit, man. But he's the main root of it, man, because he's the son of the wicked. Actually, you jump back to that happened before, second episode. Oh, yeah.
So back in 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 54, it says, Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, their imaginations, their thoughts in their hearts, which spake but the word. Let the earth be made, and it was made.
The Lord spake but the word, and the earth was made, man. And I gotta take it back because the Heavenly Father is the power that rules the earth, man. Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, man, not Esau. You know? We believe in a higher power that's bigger than you, Esau. We don't believe in you. And you can't make us believe in you, man. You can't make the Lord's elect believe in you, man. I believe you quoted it earlier. Is it deceive the very elect? Right. You know? And if we are the elect, that means we won't be deceived by Esau, man. And that's why we hope to be of the elect, man. Because we don't want to be deceived by Esau. Go ahead, huh? Because Esau, he got nothing but tricks, man. May the Lord keep refining us. You know, even if it gotta be through tribulations and chastisement, man. The Lord just keep, sharpening us up all around the edges, man. how you powder the clay. Get it right. And what you do. What you do when you pot in that clay, you know, you got the structure of it, and then what you start chipping off the things to make it look perfect. But the Most High refine us, man. You know, to make us sharp. That's why it's good for brothers to continue to keep praying, man. You know, I did a lesson called Trouble, because trouble seems to follow us, man. No matter what it is, man. You know, and that's because we're in this God-forsaken, wicked-ass world, Esau's kingdom, man. So go ahead,
Hey, real quick, if I could add, the brother GMS Come Quickly, he did a video this week about how even Elon Musk, he said that it's going to come to a point where this AI and this the Neuralink is going to be so powerful that they can't even contain it.
Yeah.
You know?
Elon Musk was saying that. Yeah, I saw something like that. Right. And matter of fact, he was saying that on what's the dude from UFC? Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, I believe he was saying it on that show. And he had Joe Rogan scared. Because Joe Rogan knows the mind, he knows the level of Elon Musk and what his creation is. Right. His mind. He was telling him, man, like, look, it's scary. Because soon we're not going to have control. They're going to use us, the all human race, as slaves.
That's why the Lord got to come back.
Yeah, the Lord got to come. Hey, Matthew 24, no flesh shall be sold. You know, you can pull that out. Because if Esau continue to keep ruling on past his boundary, then that's it, man. The earth will be depleted. It'll be done. The earth is just, now the Lord just kicked, he said, earth is my footstool. So he just kicked the damn footstool down the galaxy somewhere. You know, and it just start floating away from the sun and the moon, man. You know, and just get rid of the earth then. If Esau going to rule and go past his boundary. So go ahead,
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Right, and great tribulation is coming to America, man. It's coming to the world, man. Great tribulation, man. You know, famines, you know, pestilences, man. More earthquakes in diverse places, man. You know, more sedition among men. You know, people rioting, lawlessness, man. All this tribulation is coming, man. You know, and we're the men of the Lord out here to tell you that it's going to come, regardless if you can see it or not, man. You got Jake to this day, they still say that America will never be destroyed, man. They think America, you know, this one person was telling me that, he said, it was like, we're not going into no World War III. They won't never let that happen. I said, it's stupid. You're not watching politics, man. You're not watching the money. You know, you're not watching nothing. You don't know what's going on. But you got the nerve to tell me that we're never going to a third world war. Well, all right, listen.
No, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
See, these days have to be shortened for the elect, man. Because there would no flesh be saved, man. And why? Because Esau's mind is in AI intelligence, technology, microchipping, biometrics, and basically artificial intelligence taking over the world. They have a supercomputer, in which this computer they have so powerful. They said it could put, I guess it could think for them years on. You know, 2050 right now. You know, and Esau's going by that. You know, and
then he said eventually they'll realize that they don't need us no more.
Yeah, right.
So just fucking destroy us.
Yeah.
You know? Then it said, Yahawashi said no flesh, man. That means no birds, no fucking, no fish or anything, man.
Think about it. It's happening now. It's happening now. Look at the birds dropping out the sky. Birds in different habitats they supposed to be. You got the wells washing up. A number of fishes dying. Extinction, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking Esau for you, man. You can't rule for shit.
Hey, the Most High won't be the Most High if he allowed Esau to go past his boundary because his word, he already said it, man. You know, the end was spoken from the very beginning. So ain't nothing changing. We just gotta go through it, you know?
Yeah, real quick, this is the song of the three holy children, verse 8. It says, wherefore all that thou hast brought upon us, and everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High.
And that's why Jake in this condition, man. We under the hands of the most lawless enemies, man. The lawless nation of Edom, Esau, Edom. The so-called white man is the Edomites that the Bible speaks of, man. You know, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You know, he knows he's the devil. That's why he don't want his son trying to distract his son. Edomite right here in the car. Got a little young boy in there. And his boy was, I saw his head peeking up, like, you know, over on the passenger side. And then he looking, he had to get a good examination. So he read, and he probably realized, oh, Israelites. And then he started trying to distract his son from looking too much. So he, yeah, you know, like just talking to him like you don't want your son to see. Yeah. But hey, your son to sleep.
Yeah.
And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, the most hateful forsakers of the Most High.
Hateful. You can't tell me Esau's not hateful, man. Hateful of the Most High, man. You can't tell me this devil don't hate the Most High, man. He steals everything, man. He wants to steal from the... He don't only want to steal, he wants to replace the Most High. The scriptures tell you he wants to sit in the seat of the Most High. And the Lord told Samuel, told the angel to tell him, he said, what house will you build me? You know, earth is my footstool. So how are you sitting in the seat? How do you sit on the throne of the Most High? How?
Right. You can't even get out the living room.
You can't even...
You can't even get off the footstool, man.
Yeah.
Right. That's a small piece in a room in a house. You
And
know what I'm saying?
on the
That's a
bottom,
small
you
piece.
got him by his
Yeah.
toes. Where you rest his feet on.
Right.
You ain't nearly near his hands. His knees. You know? But
Yeah, what is it? The most hateful forsakers of the Most High. And that's the spirit. Because that's why the apostles have been going into the death adder a lot lately, man. You know, to describe God, individuals like Bocham Malone and Esau, and Edomites in general, and any other nation. You bring out the truth to them, they're the death adder that stop at the ear, man. They hate. Why? Because they're the most hateful forsakers of the Most High, man. They hate the truth.
even Moab, they'll find ways, they'll find ways to embrace the Lord, but they'll have it their way, man. You know, they won't change the image up. Like only Esau is the only nation, heathens, that would literally wants to replace the Most High, man. You know?
And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, the most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. Malachi 1 and 4. The Most High named the Edomites as the borderers of wickedness, man. You know, it's talking about the Edomites, man. You know, so damn right, brothers, is correct, man, when saying if the Lord were to turn against his word and his promise and let this devil rule the world longer than his time appointed to rule it, then we're all goners, man.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, this devil did complain about pollution and all these things. And what's his plan for solving the problem? Well, they're looking into going into Mars and leaving the planet and life on the moon. This devil knows that he's gonna destroy the earth, man. Hey, the AI intelligence that the brothers was getting into, I think they made a supercomputer, and I forgot exactly how the article went, but all I remember was that the AI computer predicted that the earth was gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, they did. They said, even the computer said the earth was going to be destroyed.
Hey, this Edomite has a doomsday clock that's set at 11:58.
Right.
So we need Yahawashi, man.
Yeah,
Somehow,
man.
some way, he thinks he's going to win.
It's crazy.
Hey, next year is going to be a terrible year, man, because next year, mandatory in New Jersey and Cali, LGBT history, man.
Wow.
You know, you don't got a
Done.
fucking choice, man.
Done.
You got to partake in this class, man. And I always say, man, you think it's going to be a straight dude teaching that class? It's going to be a flaming homo teaching that, man. You know, touching on your kids, man. Your kids are going to have to learn it, man. They're going to do away with a flu shot, or your choice if you want to take flu shots. They can give a damn less about your religion, man. Even if your religion, you know, you don't want to take it because of your religion.
Yeah, this place probably got like 2 more years.
Yeah, hey.
Max.
That proof that happens, man. Martial law is right there.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take that that flu shot, that means they got a quarantine.
See what you devil's doing? It's a ripple effect. You throw a rock, you're gonna have an explosion. You throw a rock in the water, there's an explosion in the water. Then the tide runs, you know, and run out. they putting all these laws into place and they're gonna take effect. There's gonna be people standing against it.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a fight against it. Everything is smooth sailing. There's gonna be a fight against it. That's why when they force that chip, people gonna be rocking. They're gonna be wilding, man.
Yep.
You know, it ain't gonna be smooth sailing, man. That's why the scriptures say the devil coming down having great wrath. Because he knows that he only had for a short time. So it's not sailing right. Well, make it sail.
Exactly.
You know, get it right. Get them idiots out there talking about the military. Get them soldiers out there and fix it. You know? Come on, man. Then what? The Lord is coming, man. And you're going into a third world war. You are going to go into the lands up there with the Arabs, man. You are going. You going. You about to just go ahead now. What you waiting on? Let's go now. Get it started, man. What you waiting on? Go declare the war with Russia and everybody, man. Go do it. What this takes, man. Stop playing with each other, man. Up here shadow box, slap boxing each other, man. When y'all gonna start balling your fists up, man? All that little discrepancy going on. All the little submarine went down. All the little drone got shot. Man, that's the slap boxing, man. Hey. But ball your fists up and hit his ass.
Hey, but that's what happens in the end of a fight, though. You realize it's less time, so you got to get your points up. You know what I'm saying? So now you throwing to knock, you throwing to knock them out because you got to get your points up.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna knock each other out.
Yeah.
He hit me in the face. I know he was hitting in the face. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, it's back in second Ezra. Right? So, second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 55. It says, which spake but the word, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let the heaven be made, and it was created. In his word were the stars made, and he knoweth the number of them.
And he knoweth the number of them. Esau can't count the stars up in heaven, man. It's too many. And even when you think you count them, the ones that you can see, it ain't all of them. So go ahead, huh?
He searcheth the deep, and the treasures
And
thereof.
because of the Bible and because of the words of the Lord, we know how far you can go, man. You know? Now, the technology they hiding and the powers that they possess, hey, we know what supernatural things are happening, man. We know demon power, too. We're waiting upon the spiritual powers, man. So if you want to, hide demon power, we expect you to have demon power, man. You know? That's the technology, man. That's the conjuring up spirits and finding your way, man. You can't deal with Satan, man. And guess what? If Satan had to be a man, he'd be an Israelite. He'd be an Israelite. He'd a melanated. If he had to be a man, he'd be a melanated man, a black man ruling over you, Israelites, tricking you. All right, thinking you winning, but then now he's setting you up to get in that room and see across from Yahawah, man. The scriptures say, meet the king of terror.
Yeah.
So he's setting you up to meet the real king of terror. Because Esau want to talk about some conspiracy theorists, the new domestic terrorists. No, Esau, you're the true terrorist, man. You're the real terrorist, man. You terrorize the whole earth, man. And think that you can silence everybody because you hold some type of power. You hold some type of weight. Well, guess what? The Lord said he's destroying you with the spirit of his mouth and then the brightness from cracking the clouds, man. For him coming into this time and taking you out, man. So you're not going to hide forever, man. You're not going to get away with lies forever, man. You can try to shut the brothers up, shut the prophets up. But guess what? The Lord told us, then that's when the time that we just got to wait. We know you're going to shut the word of the Lord up because you got the power too. But not according to the, let's say, you have the power to do it, but according to your Most High's time. So who really holds power? Because really, it's the Most High that's shutting up. Because he don't want to talk no more warning anymore. Right. Because we're out here in the spirit of the Lord, man. You can't do this just to be doing it. You got guys that would try to come up and do this, and then what? They're not doing it right. They're speaking lies. They're trying to climb up some other way, and they fall short. They out of there. You forget about it. But for the minute the Lord start with our apostles, been teaching for the longest they've been teaching and out there, that's the spirit of the Lord, man. So when the Lord closed the doors of repentance, we know that's the Most High. He ain't talking no more, man. Not you devils closing the doors. It's the Lord not talking no more because it's time to get busy, man. So go ahead, Doc.
Verse 57. He searcheth the deep and the treasures thereof. He hath measured the sea and what it containeth.
And you can't get deeper than the Most High. You can't dig deeper than the Lord. I don't care how much AI intelligence that can calculate a chip that can calculate and put numbers together that can count more than man can count. You know, at a faster pace. That, you know, the Most High is the one that gave power to that AI, man. He can make that AI error, man. It's error. Really, it is all error, man. It's temporary power, man. You know, and it's only but so much you can do, man. You know, so go ahead, Doc.
It says, he hath shut the sea in the midst of the waters, and with his word hath he hanged the earth upon the waters.
Why is Earth is just there in the galaxy, right? Why is Earth just there? Why is it not floating through the galaxy and going at its whatever way it goes? Why is the sun is going around, man? And the moon is sitting there, man? It's somebody, the Most High is controlling it, man. You got these guys into science, Esau science and tangible evidence and this and that, numbers, but they can't explain certain things. They can't explain why a child developed bones inside a woman. They can't explain certain things. Now that technology is increasing, they might probably explain that, but they can't explain all the stars and the things and everything that was made. That's why, like this brother who said, he made emphasis on, notice they call it the Big Bang Theory. Theory. Because it's not, it's just a theory. It's not facts. But they're running with it as if it's facts. It's not facts. And then you got the damn, sometimes I let the computer play and their videos just come across and what's that, Discovery Channel or the History Channel, they got this, they show you the stars and then they give you that image, man. It's believable to if you not have the knowledge of the Lord, because you looking at it and they got the image, they got the star, they said how the star break up, how it come into a gas, and all this and that. And then they saying how the earth was formed. Man, get that bullshit out of here, man. I was sitting there watching this shit, like, get this bullshit out of here, man. The Most High created the earth. And then they created man, he coming out the water. Like, get the hell out of here. That's bullshit. On RT News, they had something new too. What it was. They was basically saying they had more proof on how we evolved from animals. I gotta pull it up, man. I saw it this week on an article. But go ahead.
I mean, Cat Williams killed that. He's like, we evolved from monkeys, and why are they still monkeys? You know?
Yeah, it was also reports too on certain YouTubers bringing out on how Esau, they took it back to the experiments. They was experimenting with monkeys and all that stuff. And they said it was the first, I think it was Dabu that brought it up, or somebody. They said it was the first human monkey or something like that. Some shit.
Recent, right?
Yeah. Go ahead,
It says, he spreadeth out the heavens like a vault.
That's it. I can just picture the Lord, you know, he's just, just creating, throwing it, boom, boom, boom. Like just,
And Esau called it space.
Yeah.
Meaning he don't know the ending of it.
That's right. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, upon the waters hath he founded it. In the desert hath he made springs of water and pools upon the tops of the mountains, that the floods might pour down from the high rocks to water the earth. He made man and put his heart in the midst of the body and gave him breath, life, and understanding.
And notice your heart. Your heart is one of the most vital muscles that need, Listen, you got to take care of your heart, because if your heart for a second stop beating, that's your ass, man. You know how you got a car, you're like, yo, you got to let your car rest. I'm kind of branded to you. It's going to go overheat. You got to turn it off, let it chill. The heart has been pumping ever since you was born. That's something that's just constantly going forever and ever and ever and ever. So you got to take care of your heart, man. And the Most High put that within man's chest, man. That's who thought of that? Look at how you created, man.
Right.
Look at your hands, and I'm able to do this and stand here. Like the Most High did all this, man. He did this to all of us, everybody, man.
A good herb for your heart is hawthorn berry. Hawthorn berry herb.
about the design of the body. I mentioned this before. Every time you eat food and you swallow, there's a particular gland and a flap that goes down and prevents the food from going into your lungs and you dying instantly on the spot.
Wow.
Man. You know, it's just hey, every breath you take, every time you eat, it's a miracle you're still alive, man. By the design of the
That's
Lord.
crazy.
The liver is also another one. You know, how much you eat and drink, the liver is always working. That's why sometimes it's good to fast. Give your organ some time or give it a break so it can actually register the food, because it still have food in you from a week ago, man. You know? That's why the Lord said fasting and prayer. That fasting is to heal the body, man. It puts you on a spiritual level, man. You know?
It needs to be built to the body.
Notice the heart and the liver always working, man. That stop, that's your ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Even the scriptures say blood is the life of the body, and that's your heart is what distributes the blood.
Yep. But go ahead, Doc.
It says, yeah, and the spirit of almighty power, which made all things, and searcheth out all hidden things and the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sin.
So the Most High knows everything, man. You know, because at the end of the day, you can't fool the Most High. You can fool man, but you can't fool the Heavenly Father and His angels, man. You know, that's why He set up the world, and He's in the invisible world. He's just watching over, man. You know, that's beautiful. That's how perfect. That's Most High is perfect, man. Everything that's set up, man. Sometimes you can't like here it is. You might have a sensei, a pupil, a student. The master is teaching the student, and then what? He gets to a level. The student, you know, the master starts to see like, okay, this student is what he's at the age and spirit to know these techniques, which I know. But then you don't give him all the technique. You give him what he can get on a certain level, and then he can create something. But you don't give him all of you because you still have to have one up over him at the end of the day. You don't need. You're not. That's supposed to be a master gets beat up by the student at the end of the day. You know, that's how they had movies like Ken and Ryu.
That's Esau.
You know, in movies like that with Kumo, what's that? Ryu's uncle. I think that's Ryu's father's brother or something. And he was the evil one, took the technique, you know, because why? You know, it's like the Most High. He has an invisible world, man. And he's watching over everything. So you're not fooling nobody. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 12. It says, wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and glory of his high looks. For he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and for my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man.
If I could add, because like you said, that's how a sensei get one up on his pupil, and he'll do something to where you're like, damn, how you do that? You know, like in Esdras, when Esdras thought he could understand the minds of the Most, he's like, can you measure fire? I'm like, you know, so that's how the Lord is gonna get, you know, he gonna make the world like reverence him. He gonna do shit that, like he stopped, you know, he probably stopped coming in the midst of World War III, stop a nuke or some shit.
Just to add on to you, brother, he said he charged his angels father.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
He told them, but he
Right.
don't give them everything. He's the higher one. You know?
That's why Esdras was like, when is these things gonna come to pass? He's like, I can't tell you that,
Right.
because he didn't know.
Right.
But look at the pride of this devil, though. He thinks that
Yeah.
that's like the student saying, I taught myself, you know?
Hey, you got guys that say that now.
Yeah,
right.
With their disobeying their parents, man. Start with the apostles, man. Here it is, apostles. Yahawah BaHaSham gave the apostles their portion, you know, and they teach us, man. And then you got guys that get up on a level and the pride gets in them, man. You know.
It says, scripture say, teach things that accompany salvation. You know what I'm saying? So once you get taught the things that accompany salvation, if the Lord wants to, the Lord's going to substitute himself. And that's when you receive certain revelations through the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? But the apostles can't teach you listen. They can only teach you the knowledge. You the knowledge and understanding, but you have to go through certain things to acquire your his part.
Hey, and that's why Yahawah shining for Yahawah. He set the end from the beginning. So everything's already preordained. So now, even if it was a man's goal is of the Lord. So if a man gets on a level, it was meant for that man to get on that level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all the Most High is doing is watching.
Right.
And everything manifesting itself into its fruition, man.
Right.
You know? Like I said, just like how we read in here, how Babylon's already been destroyed.
Right.
According to Yahawah, like when you go into Genesis, when he created the world, he just came to a thought in his mind, and it was so. You know, same thing when he's gonna destroy this place, man. He's not gonna lift up a hand to destroy this place, man. You know,
Hey, it's like the producer making his movie, man. Now you get to sit back and watch his movie, and you know, coming to reality, man. You know, and being as how we already know the end of the movie, all we can do is have faith, man, and you know, play our part. We already know what's gonna happen, man.
Real quick precept, this is back to our brothers. This is Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahawah, it says, shall give thee rest from all thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. That thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath your oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? So it's like it already happened already. And I got another one, real quick. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 2. In 13, it says, go, and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you, that it may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, take heaven and earth to witness. For I have broken the evil in pieces and created the good. For I live, saith the Lord. So it's like it already happened, but we just got to play it out.
Hey, Revelation the 18th chapter, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit.
And that's when this place is actually done, you know?
So, but the scriptures has already happened, you know? So back in Isaiah chapter 10, verse 14, and my hand hath found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathereth eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth, and there is none that moves the wing or open the mouth or peep. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself that shaketh it?
Hey, well, since you're talking about Esau was made to be what? The whooping. The sword. Can the sword turn around and chop the Most High? You're just a sword, nigga. And I'll swing you. You can't swing me.
Psalm 17 chapter.
Yeah, that's just like the sword saying, yeah, I cut that shit down. I did a damn good job. That was me.
Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. You know? And you got more, hey, you know, guys coming by, shalom on to this.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the truth is out there, man.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
All right, come.
this is something right here. This is Jeremiah 50 verse 1. The word of Yahawah spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations and publish. Set up a standard, publish, and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces, man. And pursuant to Peter's 1 and 20, you know, men were moved by the Holy Spirit, man, you know, to publish, man. You know what I'm saying? To publish this word, basically, man. You know, it was a company of them that published it, roughly paraphrasing, man. You know, but it was already set from the beginning, man. The end was already declared from the beginning, man. From the foundation of the earth, man. And any man that's in his truth, that's of the hopeful elect, you know, during his walk, he's gonna overcome, and any increase that he gets along that way, it's already been set and to get the increase.
Another thing too, why this the end? Because Ezekiel, he said, Jacob is up, Esau is up. When Esau falls, Jacob is up next to father. You know who Esau is. It's not a mystery. It's not a mystery. Esau is a so-called white man. You know?
Hey, the brother already read it right here. We read it about how he about his him being prudent. He done it, but he's still being a damn devil. You can't hide yourself because you're still doing the same thing That's the scripture say that you've done. Right. You're still doing it. It's not like you've done it hundreds of years ago and you don't do nothing no more. It's like,
Right.
no, I don't know who you're talking about. Nah, you still doing it. You can't help yourself.
And think about it. Look at the level of this truth. The level of the truth. It's worldwide, man. Brothers are everywhere. Speaking about Esau as the so-called white man, America's Babylon, the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. All right, the elect, man, is scattered through the four corners, and the level of this, man, the level of the doctrine is pushed. You think the Lord is going to let this go to waste and let Esau live out another 1,000 years or whatever, how many years? You crazy. This is the end. This is it, man. It's only a few times left. It's just waiting for certain prophecies to be fulfilled, the force of the chip, waiting for them to declare that war, and then that's it, man. And then the pestilences, all that other stuff is going to just come all in the package, man. It's all back in the package. You know? You can't tell me this ain't man. Esau think, well, he going to stop us. He going to shut the word off. Everybody going to go back to sleep. Everybody going to do what they want. He already locked it down for the future, so nobody profits come out. No. The word is out there, man. The word is at a level right now that if he cut it off, Yahawashi coming.
Isaiah 58.
Yeah.
Was that he sent his word out, it shall not return unto him void.
Right.
Now this is Job chapter 20 verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Now it's going to help him fill his belly. He shut the word up.
Yeah.
You know? Now he's able to perform and get things right, ordered, force it down your throat.
Right.
And the Lord is coming.
Yeah, I remember Fallout Sop. He was saying how when you cook, it's like your body prepares itself to eat the food. So like you smelling it, it's like you know your what's it called? Violates? Annihilates. Oh, with that, like your enzymes, start working to prepare yourself to eat the food. So now when you're going down, you like already tasted it. You know what I'm saying? It tastes good. That's how the Lord is gonna take them out.
Brothers who ever cut your camp short, I'm trying to head up to the apostles. What last week we were trying to do that too, striving to do it. We couldn't do it this week. Hopefully we get up there, the Lord's will. Back on up there with the brothers. So with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahawah, BaHaSham, BaHaSham, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Salutations to all Lord's hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.